The Premier League back at Molineux. Wolves, who are focused on survival against Manchester United, who hope to hit the heights again. Ball in towards Casemiro. Poor defending. Garnacho's in. Big save, Jose Sarr. Martial misses the header. Anthony denied by Sarr. How did Manchester United not score? Martial, and then the chance again for Anthony. Great goalkeeping. Ruben Neves. Oh, it nearly was extra special. Rashford showed his strength. Manchester United's man again. This into Jimenez. What a save. David De Gea. The victory belongs to Manchester United.
Manchester United are a side on the up there into the top four and continue to head in the right direction under Erik ten Hag. Marcus Rashford off the bench to score. Paul, was it the perfect way to say sorry?
For whatever he's done, yeah. If he needs to, I suppose. But yeah, look, he's a real threat, and he would have started the game. We know that the form he's been in, and he came on and looked a threat. He looked a powerful lad. We expected him there. I'm sure Rio and Joleon especially will question the defending from this goal, but you know, the pace and quality and finish at the end of it is something we all admire. He's a match winner at the minute, and fitting that a number 10 scores the winning goal as well.
Could the defenders have done a lot better, Joleon? Yeah,
of course. I think there's elements of that they should look at themselves. But going back to Marcus, all talk was about him before the game, and rightly so, but for a different reason. But he came on, he was determining that in this moment to score or get a shot off. But again, Lopetegui got praised for making subs in the previous game and then changing the game for them to win. But it was a slightly strange decision for me to bring off Semedo when he did for Johnny. And then Marcus exploited him and got a goal.
What did you think of the impact he made as soon as he came on?
I just think there's an aura about him at the moment that we've not seen from him for a while, where he walks on the pitch, you can see other players' reactions to him. His teammates, you can see they get a lift. The opposition are like, oh no. And he's just got a bit, his shoulders are back. He's playing with a bit of a strut now. And him in that type of form, it, at the moment, seems unplayable.
Where is that coming from, do you think, that sort of happiness that we've seen from him?
I think the first thing, he's fit. I think he was struggling for fitness a bit before. And he seems to be, as a manager, he can feel that believes in him, who's pushing him, and he just, I don't know, sometimes there's a maturity level as well, but I think all things are kind of fitting into place now, and I think the fitness was the key part. And you can see now he's getting opportunities, he's scoring, he's playing through the middle a lot more as well, which he likes, and the goals are coming. This is his most fruitful season to date, and he's producing in terms of goals, but assists as well. But that goal there, that showed elements of what he's got: skill, the ability to sniff out a chance and opportunity from nothing, and the ability to shrug people off and be aggressive. And that all combined is very difficult to defend against.
It's the confidence, Rio, I think.
Yeah.
When you're playing well and scoring goals, you have the feelings before you go out on the football pitch, you think, I'm going to score today. And it doesn't come round in your career that often. So while he's doing this, he has to enjoy it and embrace it. I don't know what he's done off the pitch with something which wasn't quite right. The manager weren't happy with, but he needs, like I say, he needs to make this count now. This period of his career, because he's flying. He's very hard to handle. You know, you see the power, you see the strength, and he's bullied two big Wolves defenders there. He just knocked him off the ball and smashed it in the net.
Stolzy.
He has to carry on with this.
You see, they've just triggered his contract, United, till 2024 now.
A year extension, yeah.
Do you think he signs? Or United have to sign him, I think. Yeah. But do you think he signs and stays?
That's the question. It's probably down to him whether he wants to stay or not. I think United will, of course, they want him. You'd have to. If you went back 6 months, maybe 12 months ago, you'd probably say, well, don't mind if we lose him. But we know the potential. That can't call it potential because he's played so many games. He's 25 years of age. But the lad is a real threat. And they have to try and keep him. Of course, they will try and keep him.
Though, as well. I think
they come down to money, probably.
Yeah, but also the ambition of the club. He's going to want to win stuff. He's going to want to win trophies, and are Man United in a position to challenge consistently for the honours that he wants to win, and that's Champions League and Premier League?
I don't think they're quite there yet. I think, do you know, when you see these teams, when City were, before they won the league, for a couple of years, you feel them coming. Mm-hmm. Liverpool, for a year or a couple of years before they win the league, you feel them. I don't think United are quite at that point yet. Mm. But if they start losing players like Marcus Rashford, they'll just go further away.
It was a good day, do you think, as well, for Ten Hag, because he really made a point, got the 3 points as well, but made a point in terms of the culture he's trying to create at Manchester United.
Yeah, I think that's the key word, setting a culture and setting standards on a day-to-day basis. And he mentioned that when he first signed in his press conference about standards and culture, and he's triggered that with a few big decisions that he's made and big calls. Ganacho in the summer, he'd done that with Cristiano before. But when you make big decisions like this, you need it to come off to really get the benefits of it, and for it to really hit home. And he got that today. The mark of that there, them embracing there, shows you there's no love lost there.
I think that's the key, the balance, is that he's able to do that, but get the reaction and there still be a relationship, because you've seen it before where he's setting the culture with Garnacho and with Ronaldo and also Sancho, but do we believe that reaction from Sancho is going to be the same as Marcus Rashford? I'm not so sure. So again, I think he's got the balance spot on with Marcus.
Do you think it just helps his standing with the rest of the players as well? When
the manager? Yeah, I think so. I think everybody knows where they stand. If you step out of line, this fella isn't messing about. You know, you're not going to be involved. You're going to be fine, whatever it may be. You're going to be left out of games today. And he's done it to his best player today. So, you know, there's just totally no messing about with him. And you've got to give him credit for that. You look at it, has he done anything that bad, really? Maybe a little bit of timekeeping, because he's coming at half-time anyway and changed the game like we all thought he would do.
Luke Shaw said, though, that's the way it has to be, because that was part of the problem in the past.
Yeah, it sounds like he was alluding to the last couple of years, maybe, where players possibly got away with things they shouldn't have done, and they know now that they can't do that. If they're going to be messing about, they're not going to be in this team. He did it with Cristiano Ronaldo. You know, one of the best players we've ever seen. He doesn't care who it is, reputations, it doesn't matter how well they're doing for the team at the time, it doesn't matter. They have to toe the line, and I like that. But
that translates onto the pitch as well. How many times do we sit in the studio looking at games and going, they look like they don't care, some of these players. They look like they're not putting as much effort as they could do, or they don't chase things down. Because there were no consequences before. Now, whether off the pitch or on it, there's going to be consequences in terms of your bad performance or not enough effort or not understanding what he wants. You're going to find that in terms of team selection in the next game.
Well, it has been a disappointing day for Wolves, who stay in the bottom three, but they did do a lot right today. So let's hear from their manager. Julian Lopetegui is with Des.
Thanks very much, Julian. It must be tough to take, because you did a lot of good work out there today.
Sorry, what? Yes. Yes, always. When you lost, always is difficult, because we don't want to lose. We want to win each match, and today I think that it's a pity for the players above all, because they have made a big effort against a very good team, showing that we are able to compete with any team. But it was a pity. It was a pity.
All that's missing is goals. That's been the problem for Wolves, hasn't it, throughout?
Yeah, but I think that the goals are coming after a good work, and I think that we have work in all the match, thinking in the opposite goal, working as a team in a lot of moment of the game. I think the overcome a big team has is Manchester United, and in the end maybe we can't have in the last meters in the box, opposite box, the last decision we have had. I remember 5 or 6 good situation to damage them, but in the end we have to improve in this situation, of course.
But we saw the intensity, we saw the pressing that you've done. Do you believe this squad has the quality to get out of trouble?
Yeah, we work for that, and that's why I highlight the effort of the players. With a big effort, believing in themselves, and it's the way. It's only the way. Today, when we won against Everton, I told that when we won, we are not in the heaven. We lost. And after this effort, we not are in the hell. So we have to be balanced, thinking in the next match, knowing that the only way to improve is to work a lot, believe and improve.
Thank you, Jude.
Thank you.
Still a lot of work to do. What were the positives, did you think, today, though?
I think between both boxes they were very good. I think, again, they played at times and you could see what they were trying to do. Again, I was slightly frustrated with Adama. I think when he first come on, went past Martial twice and got 2 crosses in, and I'm thinking, go on, continue to do that. And then he kind of went to play inside and marked himself by his positioning. But in regards to what Wolves did well, I think they did a lot well. I think the keeper and the 2 centre-halves were good for the majority of the game, but then you have players that can come on and change the game for the opposition. You have to be focused for the full 90 minutes, and that's the moment that Wolves don't seem to manage at the moment.
Yeah, definitely. 9 games without a goal for them out of their 17 so far. Let's get the thoughts now, though, of the Manchester United boss, because Erik ten Hag is with Des.
Congratulations, Erik. If there was ever a way for a player to make amends, that was it today with Marcus Rashford, wasn't it?
Oh, I think it happened often, but it's good. After decision, he coming in, he was bright, he was lively, he scored a goal. That is the right reaction.
And is that the end of the matter? Of course.
Of course.
Yeah.
But everyone has to match rules and values. And if you react like this, this is the right answer.
Is this the message that you've been getting through to the squad? It's not just about reputation, it's about discipline and teamwork.
Yeah, we have seen today, once again, it was not an easy game. You have to fight for the points. First half we were not that good in the game, from organisation here, but definitely also from presence. Second half was, in my opinion, better. I think also good come in from Fred. He make a good come in, he bring energy in the game, he was holding balls, he was linking up, and he was winning second balls.
Yeah. What was wrong in the first half then? Why was it so disjointed?
As you have analyzed the game, you have a game plan, but sometimes things are not working as we expected, and they did well. But the good thing is, they didn't create that many chances, and we did. But you have to be sharp, meaning of the first goal. And we had the chances to score that first goal, but we didn't score them. And that was also, I was not happy in halftime. I've told the players, with this attitude, you will not win this game. We have to change. Everyone has to deliver 10% more.
But you came out with a clean sheet. They had a great game. And also this reshaped defence. I mean, that's working for you at the moment.
You see, I think the defence, or the back four with the keeper, but they did a good job. But it's always teamwork. And first half the pressing was not that good. I think second half we were far better.
Do you play Luke Shaw on the left-hand side as centre half because he's left-footed? Is that the reason? That's a tactical reason?
That is one of the reasons. You get better angles in possession. But in this game was also important. They have speed on the right wing. And with Luke Shaw, he can defend that, he can cover that. We wanted to bring the left fullback higher, so he can be in his back. We are always protected.
And of course, you've made it a happy birthday for Sir Alex Ferguson. It's his 81st birthday today, and a happy New Year to you. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Sir Alex.
Cheers.
Thanks.
Yes, I'm sure he would have enjoyed that one on his birthday. As far as Marcus Rashford goes, though, Erik ten Hag said it was the end of the matter. Do you think he always planned on bringing him on at half-time, or do you think he was left with no choice the way the game was going?
I think a bit of both. I think at half-time, you very rarely make a sub at half-time without that being a planned thing or there's an injury. Today, I just thought that was a plan, and it was just putting down a marker with Marcus before the game. A little slap, bang, react, get me a goal. And it all played out perfectly well for him.
Absolutely. And as far as Marcus Rashford goes, can Man United and should Man United be relying on him to be their main source of goals?
Well, why not? He's a 25-year-old, as I said before. He's not a young lad anymore. He should be the one that's producing every week. So I think if you're going to go and win titles or win trophies, you need 2 or 3 players who are going to get you possibly 50 to 60 goals. Now, we know Marcus, the form he's in, he's capable of 20. 25 might be a little bit of a stretch. I don't know. But are the other players there? Is Martial? You see the chance Martial had today with that header. You think that's a chance, a real goal scorer's chance. He doesn't seem to take them where you think he has to be deadly and try and get 20, 25 games. I thought today the situation, with it being 0-0 at half-time, he had to bring Marcus on. Although I thought Garnacho was doing really well. He was the big threat.
It was unfortunate to come off.
I thought it was unfortunate to come off, yeah. As a young player, I thought he was the biggest threat for us. He had a couple of chances. He kept going past his man. I think Anthony was slightly lucky to stay on. But, you know, whatever's happened today, Marcus has come on and won the game for United. And it's a big 3 points. It's a tough place to come.
Absolutely. What do they need to add, though, Jolien, do you think, in the transfer window, Man United?
Goals, as Paul said. I think you can rely on Marcus to get his contribution, but like I said, is that enough? Is one player getting 20 goal contributions? Because he's not scoring 20, it's combined in an assist. So you need someone to step up and be, I want to contribute the same level. Are they able to do that? Anyone currently in the squad, I'm not so sure. And we know the other teams have that. Salah, obviously, Martinelli's doing well, Saka, but also Haaland at City as well. So they have them players that are going to say, well, I'm contributing to 20, 30 goals. And at this moment in time, Man United have Marcus Rashford, and said, is that enough for them?
It's the squad depth, isn't it, Lindsay? So I think you look at Liverpool and Manchester City, they've got 4 or 5 forwards who, whichever 2 or 3 you play, they don't make any difference.
Yeah.
You look at United today, they've got the 4 if you count Bruno. After that, there isn't much else. So them 3 have to stay fit.
But also, even that, Paul, if Marcus doesn't play, just say, God forbid, he gets injured for a few weeks, you're like, where do them goals come from?
Yeah.
There's no one in this moment you're thinking that's going to get the goals while he's out.
And that's why it's so frustrating, like Sancho not here.
Yeah.
There's another player, big money signing. You want him to be coming in and hitting form, hitting the ground running, contributing goals and assists and being hard to play against and giving the manager more problems. But that's not there at the moment. So Elanga, you need to come in and to try and hit the ground running as well and perform. But I agree, the depth isn't what you'd see in other clubs, but I think there's a robustness at the moment that I'm seeing in the Man United team that I haven't seen for a good few years. Where they're grinding results like this out. These are games Man United would have dropped points in years gone by, and they're turning into 3 points, which is a positive.
Absolutely. Well, for Wolves, Jolien, in the bottom 3, we'll come back to that in just a moment, because I'm hearing that we can hear from the man who got the winner today. Marcus Rashford is with Des.
Thanks, Lindsay. Yeah. Marcus, you're in a bit of minor trouble with the boss, should we say? But have you made amends now?
Yeah, obviously it's the team rules, and I think it's a mistake that can happen, but I'm obviously disappointed not to play, but I understand the decision, and ultimately I'm obviously happy that we managed to win the game anyway. So yeah, I think we can draw a line under it and move on.
What did you get in trouble for?
I was a little bit late for a meeting.
Okay.
But yeah, I slept in, overslept, so it can happen.
It can happen, certainly when you're on a hot streak. You've been using a lot of energy. What's that, your 11th of the season already? It's more than double last season, so you're in fine form right now.
Yeah, I think I'm in a good place, and I'm just pleased with the way that we're progressing, really. I think in the past we can easily lose that game, or definitely draw it. Even with scoring 1 goal, I think they put a lot of pressure on us, and we stood up to it and defended well. And David had to make 1 massive save at the end, and a good save from a free kick as well. So it's a difficult game, and we've always found it difficult to come here and win. But like I said, we managed to do that today.
There seems a good unity in this squad at the moment since you come back from the World Cup.
Yeah, I've mentioned before, it's difficult to come back because emotion-wise everyone's at different levels, different stages. But yeah, it's been important for us to just stick together and help each other through what's a difficult moment for the lads that didn't win the World Cup basically. And yeah, it's obviously a moment where we need each other a lot.
And that's a difficult scrap you've had out there today, and very important that you are scrapping and in the top 4, because it's going to be a scramble this season, isn't it?
Yeah, it's going to be tough like any other season. We're gonna push ourselves and try and get as high up the table as possible. But yeah, like you said, a lot of teams are doing well this year, and they're being very consistent as well. So we're going to have to be on top of our game to keep up with them and try and go 1 step further and get in front of teams.
Well, you started in bad books, but you're playing a match and a win. It's not bad, is it? Good turnaround. Cheers.
Cheers.
A very good turnaround. He overslept for a meeting, which I guess can happen, especially at Christmas
Never
time.
happened in our careers, did it, guys?
Never.
Good of him to come out and front that up, though, do you think?
Yeah, I'm pleased to see that. I think sometimes we criticise a lot of players and clubs for not allowing them players to come out and speak and express themselves. It's great to see someone like Marcus coming out and just putting it straight and saying, listen, guys, this is what happened. I've been punished. I've taken my medicine, but I'm still here and I'm still in tune with the team. It's not creating uproar behind the scenes, and we move on. And the 3 points and the goal would have definitely pushed him to come out in front of the cameras and made that a little bit easier.
Absolutely. And as we're nearing the end of 2022, Paul, what's your assessment of the progress Man United have made under Erik ten Hag?
Yeah, I think they look an exciting team. Again, I always say I think the best teams are the best forwards. Now, look, United at this moment don't have the best forwards. They've got very good forwards, but they haven't got that, as they keep going back to the bench, they haven't got them subs that can come on and really change a game. But I think the football's been good to watch. I think Casemiro and Eriksen have made a huge difference. There's a little bit of quality in there now with Fernandes in front of them. Back four-wise, I still think they can improve when it comes to the top games. You know, we'll see in a couple of weeks against Manchester City where they're actually at. Can you see Luke Shaw playing centre-half then? I'm not sure you can, but look, I think things are promising. We're fourth in the league now, and hopefully we can go and cement a Champions League place.
And you can see that game live on BT Sport. We've got some brilliant games to look forward to in 2023. Guys, thank you very much for your company today. That's all we've got time for. Have a happy new year.